Hey guys, it's Noah22 here. I just wanted to bring you guys a quick advisory to wear sunscreen so that you don't look the same color as your red sweatshirt. Um, Other than that, I just wanted to bring you guys a video for I just wanted to bring you guys a video for tanking in heroic dungeons for Wrath of the Lich King. This is going to be for warriors. It's going to be a unrelenting assault build. So you're basically just going to be spamming revenge over and over and over again and doing buku damage. It's nutty. It's a really fun build. Yesterday, I can't remember. I think I was doing Utgard Keep, and I got up to 10,000 DPS on a trash pull. It was fucking amazing. It was really cool. So you can do a lot of damage, and you can still tank efficiently. You can still hold threat. You don't have any issues like that. So yeah, let's jump right into it. So over here, this is my arms tree. I have 38 points into the arms tree. We're gonna go with deflection for the parry chance. We want high avoidance for this build because revenge only procs whenever you block, parry, or dodge. So you're going to want those percentages as high as you possibly can. Um, so for this build, stat-wise, we're just going to be looking for a lot of strength, a lot of stam, high defense, high avoidances, um, and you don't really have to worry about attack power, crit chance, any of that stuff because revenge hits really hard on its own. So it's way better for you to be able to press revenge more often than have it hit harder, if that makes sense. So, like I'm in like full Prebis protection warrior gear right now. The only things is I have Mirror of Truth and Dark Moon card Greatness. So, those are the only really two things that I have for DPS besides the Horseman's Helm. Um, yeah, basically those are the only three items that I have that do like attack power, crit strikes, stuff like that. But yeah, you're gonna want really high strength because it increases your block value and increases your attack power as well. So you get like two birds with one stone for this build. Um, so that's the stat priority. Let's jump over to the talents now. We're going to be doing, like I said earlier, 38 points into arms, and then I have 0 points into fury and 33 points into the protection tree. I put 33 points into the protection tree so that I can get vigilance and concussion blow. Concussion blow is a really good one for trash pulls. Sometimes you'll drop aggro every now and then with big trash pulls. So whenever you get an ad that say runs to your backline, you can just run up to them, pop concussion blow. It'll stun them for about 5 seconds, and then during that 5 seconds, you can start using cleave and other things to build more threat on that target. Another good one to use whenever your concussion blow is down is mocking blow. These are going to be the two abilities that you use whenever your taunt isn't on whenever your taunt is on cooldown, so you can't use your taunt. These are going to be some two of the go-to abilities for whenever you don't have your taunt. Um, Mocking blow just forces the enemy to attack you for 6 seconds. Um, it's not a taunt, so just remember that. So if somebody else has really high threat on this target and you press mocking blow, it'll focus attacks on you for 6 seconds, but if you don't build your threat back up during that 6 seconds, it's going to go right back to the person that has the highest threat. So always keep that in mind. Um, so over here in the protection tree, I have 3 out of 3 in Thunderclap, 5 out of 5 in Shield Specialization, 5 out of 5 in Anticipation. Um, Both of these are good for avoidance. I only put 4 points into Toughness so that we could... I think you can go 5 points into Toughness if you don't want to grab Juggernaut over here in the arms tree. What Juggernaut does is it just makes you... it makes it to where you can charge while in combat, but it increases the duration of the cooldown by 5 seconds. So I really like being able to charge while in combat. It helps me out a lot. Um, so yeah, over here in the back to the protection tree, we got anticipation, 4 out of 5 in toughness, 2 out of 2 in Shield Mastery, increases the block value by 30% and reduces the cooldown of your shield block ability by 20 seconds. So instead of it being a minute, it'll be 40 seconds. So you can pop it a lot. Pretty much in every trash pull, you can pop your shield block at least once. So it's pretty nice. Improved Revenge, which increases the damage by Revenge by 60% and allows Revenge to hit an additional target. That's the big one that you want to get, because this is like the whole premise of the build, is going to be Sweeping Strikes, Unrelenting Assault, and Improved Revenge. So with Improved Revenge, you'll hit one target and it'll transfer the same amount of damage to the target next to it. I'm not sure exactly if it's the same amount of damage, but it's going to hit Revenge twice instead of it hitting once. So that's a really good one. We have Last Stand to increase our maximum health by 30% for 20 seconds. Just remember that whenever your Last Stand expires, if you're below 30% health, it'll just drop you to 1 health. So always make sure that you're using Last Stand as a last resort. That's basically all that you have to keep in mind with that one. Gag Order silences them for 3 seconds after you interrupt, and increases the damage of your Shield Slam by 10%. So that's a good one. We're going to be using Shield Slam. Our 4 main, I want to say maybe 6 abilities while we're fighting are going to be Cleave, Thunderclap, Sweeping Strikes, Revenge, Shield Slam, and Heroic Strike. And as well as Shield Block. Whenever the numbers start to dwindle down and you really want to get those Revenge procs, that's when you pop Shield Block. Because whenever you pop Shield Block, you're guaranteed to get a Revenge proc every time somebody swings at you. So use your Shield Block wisely. Yeah, those are going to be the main damaging abilities that you're going to be using in your rotation. Let's go over to the Arms tree. Got 5 out of 5 into Deflection, 1 point into Heroic Strike. You can put a few more. You can do 3 out of 3 into Heroic Strike if you want to drop a couple points at a Sword Specialization. But that's up to you guys. Then we have Improved Charge, Iron Will, Tactical Mastery, Anger Management, Impale, Deep Wounds, Sweeping Strikes. Like I said earlier, 5 out of 5 Sword Specialization. What Sword Specialization does is it gives you a 10% chance to hit an extra time, basically. So if that procs with your Revenge can hit. It can hit once. It'll hit another target just because of Improved Revenge, and then if that procs, it'll hit again. And then if you have Sweeping Strikes, it'll double all of that. So whenever you hit it 3 times, when you got Sweeping Strikes active, it'll hit it 6 times. You get 6 Revenges with 1 press of the button. So you can do a lot of damage. So it's really nice. So yeah, we got Sweeping Strikes, and then Weapon Mastery, Trauma, Second Wind, Mortal Strike, Strength of Arms, 2 out of 2 into Unrelenting Assault, and then I threw 1 point into Juggernaut so I could charge into combat, like I was saying earlier. Yeah, the big ones that you're gonna want to focus for on this build is Unrelenting Assault, Improved Revenge, and then make sure that you have enough to grab Vigilance, just so that it can help with threat whenever you have really big pumpers on your team. So yeah, those are the talents. That's the gear. I semi-explained the rotation to you guys. So for AoE, for like trash pulls with multiple mobs, I'll charge in to build up rage if I don't have any, and then pop Thunderclap to get them to aggro on me. And then immediately after I pop Thunderclap, I'll pop Sweeping Strikes and then switch to defensive stance. And then I'll usually pop Shield Block immediately just so I can pump and guarantee that I'm going to get Revenge procs for 10 seconds. So yeah, I'll pop Shield Block and then immediately start spamming Revenge and Slam. You might want to use Slam at the same time that you use your Shield Block, or it doesn't really matter. Slam does a lot of damage on its own, but with these glyphs, there is a glyph called Glyph of Blocking, I think. Yeah, Glyph of Blocking increases your block value by 10% for 10 seconds after using Shield Slam. So basically, you want to keep using that off cooldown so that you can get more blocks and more Revenge procs. Yeah, back to what I was saying. I'm sorry. For AoE pulls, you're going to want to spam Thunderclap, Cleave, Revenge, and then at the beginning of the fight, you're gonna use pop sweeping strikes as soon as you can off cooldown, shield block to guarantee revenges, and then basically just all of your basic cooldowns that you would use to increase your damage, like battle shout, stuff like that. You can use demoralizing shout to make sure that they hit you less hard for those melee guys. You can pop shield wall if you're taking a lot of damage. You can pop that, reduce your damage by 60%. Then you can also pop enrage regeneration when your health starts to get low, so you can generate 30% of your health over 10 seconds. And then as a last resort, like I was saying earlier, you want to use last stand. Just make sure that you time it properly so that you're not still fighting and then your health goes. And then over here we have vigilance. You want to put that on your highest pumper, so you get 10% of their threat. And basically in those big pulls, you're just going to want to keep spamming tab and revenge, because you hit revenge once on one dude, you're good on threat for a second. So hit tab again, you can hit another target and then another target. So just keep tapping tab and revenge over and over and over again. And then once your revenge procs start to dwindle down, start using shield slam to get that extra 10%. And then hopefully by then your shield block will be back up, because you can sometimes pop it twice in a fight. But yeah, that's basically the skills, the rotations. I'm going to show you guys the glyphs that I was rocking. I forgot that. So I have Glyph of Cleaving to hit 3 targets instead of 2 with your cleave. Thunderclap increases the radius by 2 yards. Blood Rage, which reduces the health cost of your Blood Rage, so it doesn't cost any health to use. Glyph of Blocking, I mentioned that to you guys already. Glyph of Battle, increases the duration of your battle shot by 2 minutes, making it 4 instead of 2. Excuse me, I got the hiccups. And then Glyph of Sweeping Strikes. So Glyph of Sweeping Strikes reduces the rage cost by 100%. So that's why I'll immediately charge in and then pop Thunderclap and then Sweeping Strikes and then switch back to defensive stance and then start off my rotation from there. Yeah, that's basically the build. I've been having a lot of fun. I'll average in trash pulls anywhere from 5,000 DPS to up to 10,000 DPS, like last night. Like that, it blew my mind when I saw that. But yeah, you can do a lot of damage. It's really fun, and it makes the dungeons go by a lot faster, because you basically have 4 DPS instead of 3. So it's really nice. I'm going to end the video with a couple clips so that you guys can see what I do in a tanking scenario in a heroic dungeon. And I'll end it with that. So you guys have a good one. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.
Upper Blackrock Spire.
Yeah.
2 expansions later.
Exactly like that. What the hell?
Everything has a price.
Later.
Literally everything in life has a price. And like, even if you're not paying money for it, you're paying time for that.
Pay time for everything.
Yeah, you pay time for absolutely everything.
Valuable currency.
That's why the internet was cool, because then you get to pay less time for things.
Yes. What was I gonna say? Have you guys seen that one movie where they, like, instead of currency, they have like time to live?
Yeah.
Yeah, with Justin Timberlake.
Yeah.
I think so. Yeah. It was a while ago, a couple years.
Stop or no?
It was a really good idea.
Yeah. Oh, fuck, what is the name of that movie?
In Time.
In Time.
Yes. Really good movie.
Yeah, I want to see it.
You
Or
I've
watch
never
it.
seen it either, but the
Came
premise
out
like really
12 years ago?
intrigued me.
I've
Yeah,
seen
it's
it.
old, huh?
Years old, yeah.
It's just been so long to where
I've never seen
you can watch it on YouTube. What?
Yeah.
On Hulu, you want me to stream it? We can watch it right now.
It
You
won't
can't
show
you
up.
Can't stream on
You
Hulu.
can't stream.
It'll just be a
you
black
can't stream
screen
it
and
on Discord.
subtitles.
Yeah.
You can't. You can't watch together.
Video unavailable. This video is restricted.
Oh, that's because your stupid ass fucking privacy settings on your
There you go.
internet.
Yeah. But I can do it through Mason.
But yeah, that's because he's just straight streaming through it. That one, you're on YouTube as well. Like it pulls you all together.
That's whack. I wonder why that's fucking blacked out.
So is it blacked out for you on Tristan's watch together?
Yeah, it's unavailable.
But for mine, you can see it.
Yeah. I can't hear
Just
anything.
this
Though.
internet privacy stuff.
It is.
Yeah, it's Justin Timberlake.
It is.
Oh, I can watch it on Hulu. Easy.
Yeah. Oh.
Well, sometimes I can't because I like premium subscription. Why? I need $30 a month in order to work. But then sometimes you luck out and you get movies like this. But I can't watch it.